guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing Holly Jackson's latest published book, Not Quite Dead Yet, and maybe even my second favourite book after As Good As Dead, because As Good As Dead was absolutely amazing. So, you know, that says a lot. I think this book was amazing, and even though I'm on holiday right now, I just wanted to come on here and review it because I think it really, you know, deserves to be reviewed. So this is actually a pretty recent book. It was published, like, I actually don't know exactly because it doesn't say it on this copy because this is on my Kobo. But it was this year, like either January or March or February, like the beginning of this year. So it's like fairly new. Oh my god, the sun is like coming in and I don't know if you can see it that much, but it's like blinding me. I'm also reading on my Kobo. I think I read the first like 50 pages on the physical book, but it was like a hardcover, and when I got my Kobo, I've literally had this Kobo for like 2-3 weeks now. So honestly, I think it's amazing. But yeah, I was carrying a fat hardcover book around trying to read it, and I was like, no, let's just get the Kobo instead. So I've been reading it on here, and it's lovely. And also, especially for traveling, it's like so tiny and so compact, and also it's waterproof. So when you go to the pool, it will survive, which is honestly great. And I haven't tested it out yet, but I'll have to do that tomorrow actually. Okay, so for starters, again, I've said this like probably 100 billion times, but it's amazing. And one of the things I kind of think is cool about this book is because it's set like it's in 2025. This book is set in 2025. Basically it's set around Halloween time. So when she was writing it, like back in January or whatever, this is set in like Halloween time this year. So if you're reading it before Halloween this year, because it has been published before Halloween this year, basically this book, it's like it's in the future because it's not Halloween yet. It's not October 31st, or as I'm currently you know, sitting down reviewing this book, it's like the 18th of October, something like that. I don't know when I'll like edit it and actually post it, but if you're reading this before Halloween, or really just like before, I think it should be the 15th of November this book ends. Actually, let me see, because it has the little things here, so it's like Sunday November 2nd, Monday November 3rd, whatever. So this book ends on Saturday November 15th. So yeah, I just thought that was really cool because, you know, like you're reading this book and it's in the future. So also I thought it was perfect because it's the murder mystery, but it's also like Halloween vibes. And I don't know how much Halloween, like the cover is not giving Halloween vibes, but this book was giving me personally Halloween vibes. So well, kind of like first impression I got from this book, I think it's really like nice. It's well, it starts at like the Halloween fair, which will be very important for further events. You'll see as you read on. And we discover she gets killed in chapter 1. The beginning of chapter 2, we get told she has a week to live. So it's pretty fast, like not fast paced. I mean, I don't know, it's fast paced but in a good way, because we don't spend that much time like actually on her like, yeah, she's dying and stuff, but it's not like this, well, it's a massive thing, but we don't spend like 50 chapters talking about how she's gonna die. It's more like actually solving my own murder, because the whole thing of like this book is that she has a week to live and she's gonna solve her murder with her childhood best friend Billy. And basically with Billy and the whole thing, there is a subplot of romance, but I feel like also as in As Good As Dead, it was like a bit of a bigger subplot of romance than she usually does, which is actually really nice because it's, I mean, I love when it's more murder, but the romance, especially when it's like more, and not in a bad romance either, like they're not gonna start kissing every 2 pages, but in like a good way because it's just nice and cute. And it really, actually in this book especially, like most of the time the romance adds to the murder mystery plot. So honestly, I don't know how this girl does it, but everything here is like so well planned out and so well thought of, and it just all ties like in perfectly together. And I feel like you make pretty solid opinions of each character, kind of like at the beginning, like these beginning few chapters. Obviously there's more depth added into them throughout the book. You might start to not like some characters later on, but I feel like my opinions stay pretty much the same for most of the characters except like 1 or 2. And one of them, which is like, I'm not gonna say it because it's a very major part to the story thing, because, well, they're the killer, so I won't say anything else to that, but I had a different opinion on that from the start to the end of the book. So also I can confidently say that this book was a page turner because I didn't want to put it down. Now if I had all the time in the world to read and I didn't have to, well, unfortunately do other stuff and like, you know, not read all day, then I would probably, I mean, I would finish this in a day because I was like really wanted to get this, like I wanted to flip over to the next page and see what happens because it was just so good. And also the fact that, you know, she's gonna die at the end just makes it so much better because you already have the mindset she's gonna die. I mean, maybe there's like a little plot twist or something, she ain't gonna die, but she's gonna die. So I feel like that makes it that much better because it's kind of like a countdown and it's kind of suspenseful in that sense. Now, again, classic Holly Jackson move. There was a massive plot twist at the end. Well, in theory, you might have guessed it. I had like 2 major suspects. It wasn't any of them that ended up being the murderer, but it was an amazing plot twist. And also, I mean, there was kind of 2 like plot twists or like things we learn, because I feel like Holly Jackson always does that. So there's always like multiple things going on at once, and so that was really interesting because that really shows how like Billy had quite a big part, and also the people around him had quite a big part in like this whole storyline. So that was, again, pretty like well thought of. So yeah, that's what I thought of the book. Honestly, I feel like I would say the same thing for every Holly Jackson book. It's a 5 stars from me, and go read it yourself because you might be traumatized, but it's still a good book, you know? So I feel like being traumatized is worth it for, you know, actually experiencing reading this book. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!